Hello friends, this is Tammy from Divine Designs 24. Well, I made a mistake and I thought I videoed, I'm new at this, so I thought I videoed the first part where I painted this and I didn't. So this was a frame that I had picked up, I don't know, probably at a thrift store. I have all kinds of these kind of frames. I pick them up at thrift stores. I pick them up on clearance at craft stores. Hobby Lobby had a bunch of them at one point at 90% off, and I bought a tote full of them. So I had painted the picture that was on here. It wasn't anything great, so I painted it white. I painted over white, and now I painted over it a blue color because I'm going to make this into an ocean scene using my little seahorse that I made yesterday. So I have my resin mixed up and I'm gonna pour it. I stirred it for about 4 minutes. It's been sitting for another few minutes. So I'm gonna pour this into different containers and put alcohol ink in them. And I'm gonna put sand down here with some shells in that. So let's get, actually I want to just put some clear in here first. So we will just pour some clear in here, get that moved around. I did back this with some tape, so in case it leaked, it's not going to go through. So let's see, let's move this around. So we'll just get this up to the edges. Then we'll put some alcohol ink in here. I'll mix some alcohol ink up and we'll pour it in here actually. I just get it up to the edges real good. When I seal these, I just use Elmer's clear glue and run it all around the edges, front and back. That way it doesn't leak out. It seals it very good. Okay. I'm not gonna worry so much about bubbles in here because this is gonna be an ocean scene. So we don't have to worry about bubbles. I mean, if there's some excessive bubbles, I will, because I'm going to put some little fake bubbles in here anyway. So I just set him right in the center. We'll get him positioned where I want him. I want him up a little higher because I'm going to put sand down here, so he's got to be up a little higher. And I'll have to keep an eye on him because he's going to want to float and move around, and but he looks pretty good about right there. There we go. And now we'll do some alcohol inks. So put a little bit in this one. A little bit in this one. And I got sky blue for one. And then I have lake green for the other one. And I'll just mix these up. Ooh, that's a pretty color. This one up. Isn't that pretty? Make sure they're mixed up really good. These little containers are just yogurt containers. I save all my yogurt containers, wash them all out. That way I can mix stuff up in them. I can throw them away. Okay, so we're going to pour some green in here. The blue background was just to help so it wasn't so white, because I had a white background. So I wanted some color so it wasn't just white. And now I'll mix some blue in here. And it'll give it a really pretty color. And I just mix it up. And it will float around and do its own thing. Resin likes doing that. Resin does what resin does. And I can have my mind set on something and, oh, this is exactly how it's going to turn out. No, it doesn't. You know what? I think I'm going to lift him up if I can. I'm going to lift him up if I can get him off there. I think he's suctioned down now. Nope. I don't think I'm going to get him off of there now. Scoot him back. He's kind of suctioned down there. That's kind of cool. Okay. Well, he's going to stay right there, because I'm going to put resin on top of him anyway, just clear resin. So I'm just going to move this all around here, make this look like water. And let it do its thing. And we can work on the sand. Woo! He is so pretty. What a beautiful seahorse. Okay, we're gonna let that do its thing there, and we're gonna work on some sand. So what I have, I'm gonna take this glove off and put another one on. So what I have is I have a mixture here made up in a tote, in a little bin. And I'm going to put some of that sand down here in the bottom. And this is my stuff here. I call it my mermaid trash. It's just stuff that, little shells that I find. It's little shells that I find on the beach that nobody else wants because they're little. And I mix some sand and some glitter, and that's what I use. So I'm going to throw some of this in a cup here. Some shells. I'm going to mix some resin with it. And then we can set more shells on top of it. Okay. Let's mix some resin with this. Get this mixed up. That's my mermaid trash. This is just all stuff that nobody else wants on the beach. I'll take what other people don't want. I don't care. I can make it into something. Put a little more in there. And mix it up. Well, he's staying right there. He's not going anywhere. That's awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to mix this with this resin that's in here. And it doesn't matter if the sand kind of floats up because he's in the water. And so that's what happens is sand floats around in the water a little bit too. I just won't let it get too crazy. I'll have to keep an eye on it and get it to where it doesn't go too nutso, but let's see here. Grab me a toothpick here. And I can keep this from going too nuts. Okay, so I want that right down to the bottom. I took my respirator off so I could talk, but I still have my goggles on. Because the resin I have says it's low VOCs, but it will still bother my eyes. And I'm a safety first kind of gal. Okay, so we're gonna put some bubbles in here, which I'm gonna have to take my gloves off now to do the rest of this because I can't do this with my gloves on. My hands sweat so bad in them anyway. Okay, so here we go. So we're just gonna sprinkle some bubbles in here. That's why I said it really doesn't matter if I put bubbles in here or leave the bubbles or not, because I was gonna put bubbles in it. Okay, so let's see. We need to add a little color. I got some colored shells here, so let's drop some of those in. These are pretty. Add a little color. And you can have a beach. I put baby powder on my hands before. Before I put my gloves on. And now I got baby powder. Okay, so we can't have a beach without starfish. Gotta have us some starfish. And let's see, what else do I have over here? Let's look in my mermaid trash. I'm sure I got other stuff in here. Because I like to have my shells sitting on top too, so you can see them. Okay, I just stuck my finger in some resin and I don't have gloves on, so I gotta wipe it off. Alcohol. Okay, let's see here. Start pushing some of this stuff back. Well, this looks really good. Do I add more? Okay, well that looks really good right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a shell and I'm putting up in this corner right there. But I will do that with probably some glue. This stuff works really well for small things. If I want to just hook something small, it has just a little tip on it. That works good. Let's see, and right there. Works just like E6000, only it's called B7000. But I use it for my jewelry a lot. That's my jewelry go-to. Well, I think that's going to be it. I think this is going to be all I'm going to do with this. We just have to leave it set and clean up my mess. And when it's all done, I will show you what it looks like when it's all set, all done. I think it turned out beautiful. And I will show you what I do with the extras. I have some extra resin left, so I'll make some stuff with the extras. And I'll show you what I do with that too. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, we are back. And here is the finished product. Isn't this beautiful? Hope you can see it good. It turned out beautiful. Now all I got to do is take the tape off the back. So I'm going to flip it over. Take the tape all off the back of it. It did have a little bit of a leak, so I didn't get it glued in one little spot, but other than that, it was pretty good. So just take the tape off. And that's the back of it. Here is the front of it. And it turned out so cute. And with the extras, I made some more hair clips. Here's some hair clips that I made. These are all gonna be little freebies in my orders for, for what people buy on my Etsy shop. Those are my freebies. If my daughter doesn't take them first. She likes them. She likes taking them. But that's okay. But this is it. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Subscribe is free. Doesn't even cost anything to subscribe. But at least you'll get some notifications of when I get another video out. And the seahorse turned out beautiful in the sand. Looks like he's swimming in water. All right, well, thanks for coming, you guys. And like I said, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.